All right. Can you guys hear and see? Hi Neve. Hi Box of Paint. Everything is good on your end. Oh yeah. I got all my gear, I think. Yes, we're doing some swatching. So I've set it up that my sort of paint inventory, I make these 9x12 sheets with all the colors on them. And I add a vellum sheet with the pigments. And when it's a color I have, I paint in the square, so that way I know which colors I have. Yeah, sorry. It's Winsor & Newton. My stash of it. I have quite a substantial pile of Winsor & Newton. And oh, I have 2 really proud moments to share. Yes, yes, yes. First, my grandniece is here. Oh, that's lovely. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Otto. Hello. Grandniece, wow. Sorry. And second, been gouache crazy the last 2 weeks and been using the Winsor Newton primary set and finally decided to go buy burnt umber and burnt sienna. And when I swatched them, the mixes I had made in my palette were just shy of spot on. So didn't actually need them, but felt like my mixes power art. Yeah, that's the... You know that's good when you can mix a color like from memory. Short people problems, you're always like 3 millimeters short of reaching anything. thank you all so much. This is our first weekend home, so I'm sure there is a line out of the door. Aw. Yeah, that's more like it. Long nails. Oh, for reaching things? Ugh. Maybe I should be clever about this and start with like the light colors. Oh well, it's too late now, I guess, but maybe I should have thought about this better a bit. Because basically all my Winsor & Newton is in a bin. And this bin. So, okay, let's see. This is like bingo. Prussian blue here. Cerulean blue red shade here. Wins the blue green shade. Windsor green blue shade. It's not Seattle color mixing is a real skill. Definitely. Someday, imagine you bought a full-on vault for all your paints. Oh, I wish. My solution right now is to try and sell some of my paints. So. I had watercolor notes stuck in my head and thought if I mixed my browns then it would be less easy lifting, but that isn't the problem in gouache. Well, I mean everything lifts in gouache, right? Alright, just gonna go hunt for some dinner in the kitchen. Ooh, what are you getting for dinner, Otto? Windsor blue green shade. Windsor blue green shade. Permanent sap green. I really feel like I'm calling the bingo. That's kind of funny. I don't think there's any purple in here. It's mostly blue and green and some earth color. Oh no, earth colors. Oh no. Too many of these. Manganese blue hue. Hey, Mikey! How are you? And yeah, everything lives with gouache. Though some gouaches will be a bit more staining than others, but yeah. Funnily enough, the colors I picked out initially are on there. Venetian red. What is this one? Perline violet. Perline maroon is one of my favorite colors from Winsor & Newton. It's so pretty. Windsor green, yellow shade. I didn't like that they dried to bricks in the pans, but I've been using the Stay Wet palette and it's so much fun. I've been using Stint Grade for the last few months. And I've been watching a lot of Sarah Bailey's videos and decided to get the Winsor & Newton out again. Oh my gosh, yeah, they are so much nicer. They don't dry well at all. So what you're saying about them drying to bricks is yeah, that's actually the issue. But it's one of those gouaches that it's kind of easier to use if you use it straight from the tubes every time. And if you have a bit left, I mean, you're going to be able to re-wet it. It's going to be fine. But you know what I mean. It's just easier to... Butter's pink. It's just much easier to get it out of the tube every time you need it. It's going to be more fun to use in that way too. Smelt. Gold brown. I have some colors in there that are from the limited series they had a while ago. Brown ochre. Fat one. Yellow ochre light. Ugh. Queen gold. I don't think Queen gold is on here. Oh, here it is. Permanent sap green. Perline. Oh my gosh, this raw umber is sad. I kind of have a lot more of these, like the colors on this sheet, than I thought I would. Indigo, looking pretty slim. Maybe not on this one. This one does not belong in here. This is a schminke color. Actually, this one goes on here. Oh, French Ultra. cerulean blue already there. I was writing something down and think I had a moment. Did you say yellow ochre light? I did. Oh, it's good that you're home, Mikey. Finally. Yeah, Winsor & Newton has a yellow ochre light. And Davy's grey now there. Naples yellow deep. Naples yellow deep. Burnt umber, really? Maybe not on this one. Pearly maroon. Okay, that's a good start. Okay, so there's a few colors that I might be able to swatch from in here. Except I didn't label my swatches because that would be too useful, but I did label my pans. Alright, so this one is manganese blue hue, so you. Ev, do you make up your own box of Winsor & Newton? What do you mean? I'm thinking. Because I... Okay. Alright, because I want to be able to make sure that the pigments I have written on the vellum sheet are the right ones, because there's been some switches around with some colors like quinacridone gold and whatever paint would use PO48. Yep. What's happening? What exactly is smalt? It sounds like a fish. Good, that says smalt contains between 2 and 18% cobalt oxide and 60 and 72% silica. aka cobalt dust. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm gonna need a palette that's not here, so I'll be right back. a wee bit dusty. Alright. Alright. So it's basically paint made from smashing to dust all that blue glass we see, right? So this is cerulean blue. Stella Sapphire is not... There's a blue. Prussian blue and indigo. All right. I wonder how many palettes Ev has. Too many. That's how many I have. I'm trying to sell some of the ones I have because, I mean, it becomes kind of silly to have this many. And it's kind of stressful too. Prussian blue. Lana has some samples of paints made with glass and they are insanely sparkly and I would love to know how they do it. Oh. Do you know where she got these from? Is indigo on here? Oh, I don't think it's even on this sheet. Well, poop. Alright, so what have I got here? Okay, so this I'm gonna need the palette. I went... Aqua Green was from... oh wait, I forgot. Well, I mean... Yeah, these colors, I'm not worried about them having a different pigment used. This aqua green has no pigment mentioned. I know it's a phthalo color, but I don't know what pigment code it is. Welcome back, Otto. What did you get? Why stressful? Because of the pull to use them all. Because you can't use them all. That's the thing. And you feel bad when you use one that you're not using the others, and you're like, oh, are they gonna go bad? And then you end up switching a lot between colors, but that's not super helpful because you never really get to know any palette well. So every time you open up a palette, you kind of have to learn the palette all over again. Does that make sense? So this is aqua green. I know it's in there. Oh, there it is. Hey, Yuri! Hi! I got the flu. Oh no. Cheese. Cheese. What kind of cheese did you get? So I can live vicariously through you. Okay, I know I have smalt on here. Smalt is this one. It really does look like that, you know, deep blue glassware, which is cobalt glass, I think, right? Cobalt green deep. So I did do Winslow Blue Green shade, Cobalt Deep. I'm not feeling better yet, alas. I hope it comes soon. Comte and Brie. Oh my gosh. I know what Brie is. I have no idea what Comte is. "3 a.m. in the quiet of the night, I hear my 48 palette of Sennelier. Hello? Is there anybody out there?" Swatch them and put them in a drawer for 5 years. It grew sentient. I'm currently working my way through the supermarket's high-end cheeses. Do you have any favorites? I really want to try Regina's watercolors. What are those, Neve? Alright, I did do cerulean blue. Oh, my favorite color, Windsor Green Blue shade. We have very, very good cheesemongers. But if I can find decent cheeses at the supermarket, that would make my life easier. I have to say the UK has access to some insanely good cheeses. Try Waitrose's Comté. It's very good. Brie, not so good. Oh no! Our local art festival today got cancelled due to a rainy forecast. Oh, that's a bummer. Although it's cloudy, the day's half over and still rained. But oh, that's a shame. I love Regina's watercolors and the palette is awesome to mix. What are those? What are those? So that's Windsor Green Blue shade, right? Right. AKA Phthalo Green Blue shade. Here, let's do the yellow shade as well. Sending hubby on side quest after choir tomorrow. Maybe the watercolorists and pastelists were nervous about getting their work wet. At least oils and acrylic are They're really pretty and awesome handmade watercolors. I'll I'll have to check that out. I'm really curious about it. Remember the meme from like 2015, 2016? What are those? What are those? Yes. We have friends, Jing's parents, we get together with for cheese nights. Oh my gosh. But it's a great way to try lots of different cheese without having to eat all of them. You shop with cheese, eat some, then leave the cheese with them. Yeah, and you can try more cheeses because like they bring cheese, you bring cheese, you don't have to buy all of the cheeses, right? Okay, sorry. I love all those blues, especially the manganese. Isn't it super bright? It's like super like cyan blue. If you ever see Black Bomber, pick up the whole wheel. It's the kind it's so aged. It's got crystal like salt flakes. That sounds like cheddar. What? Cheese sharing is caring. The Waitrose Comté has crystals too. What is Tilton cheese? Is it like blue cheese? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do more swatches before I start crying about all the cheeses. Ouch. Cheese. Cheese. The vegan cheeses I have, well, vegan cheeses, that's kind of a stupid way to put it, but the fake cheeses I have access to are quite decent. They're decent enough to be, you know, a consolation prize. Oh my god. Sorry. All these blues are so staining. It takes so much work to clean up the brush. I'd love to eat more cheese, but I can't really handle the texture. Really? Neve, there's so many different textures of cheeses. Like you can have some really soft ones, some really liquidy ones, some that are like more bouncy, some that are super firm. I'm sure when I was in Austin, I remember some artisan stuff, but the most age we'd get in the States was extra sharp. Although I find that I get on much better with more pricey cheeses. Seems to have less reaction to them. And that doesn't hold a candle to the good stuff we had decided upon. Questions. Do you guys consider a selection of cheese a dessert? It's really made in my house. Well, it's not sweet, so no. Smalt. I forgot to check the pigments. Apparently, smalt here is PV15. So I guess it's not a cobalt-based color in this case. Yes, 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 to cheese for dessert. Does the cheese have sugar frosting? Hey, Cleo, that's a good question. What about cheesecake, guys? I still like Prussian blue. Prussian blue is quite strong too. It's quite a stainy color as well. Cerulean blue red shade. That's such a pretty color too. Oh my gosh, where's my thingy to help opening tubes? Ugh. Because the gripper is really awesome for opening tubes, but not when it's these teeny tiny 5 ml tubes. Hey, Lena! Oh my gosh! It's combined techniques and it's not working. What about this small? No, this. Oh, maybe. Oh, I see some movement. The gripper tool. An actual hand saver. Oh my gosh, my fingers. How to bust your fingers in one easy step. Open and close a lot of 5 ml tubes. Right. I'm swatching Windsor and Newton. I think I sent you more than one, right? I sent you a couple of backups because, dude, you have to use so many tubes for everything. I can't imagine doing all of those without a gripper. But yeah, even for regular use, like you need to refill a pan or a palette well. I mean, my current post-workout snack is sliced apple. That's a good mix. True, but somehow Prussian. Oh, it looks a lot less artificial. It's a bit more muted. Yeah, I mean, this looks so weird, and this too, but this is, I mean, you can think of things in life that are this color. Hey, Dan! Long time no see! Ah, French Ultra, one of my favorite colors! Not. No, I mean, with the ultramarines from Windsor and Newton, they're fine when they're fresh off the tube, but if you let these dry in a palette, they're gonna become little rocks that won't stay put. And you'll find them flying around in your palette, and it's just super annoying. The gripper tool, if you guys are curious about these, they're made by Golden, and it's written gripper like GRIPR. It's just written Golden on them. It's not written anything else. So, made in USA. Now I'm craving something truly salty and so American. French onion soup. Wait, but it's named French onion soup. What? Wait, what? Ah, permanent sap green. Yeah. The claws of tube opening. You know, as much as some brands have really great, like have some of strengths in specific colors, some brands have weaknesses in specific colors. I feel like Winsor & Newton is really lackluster when it comes to their greens. At least the ones I've tried. Like this sap green has never been my favorite. I find it goopy, I find it weak. Even if it's the professional version. Hold on. So, PG-36. Okay, it's good. Oh, Carolyn Eep. I have to say Winsor & Newton are one of my least favorite big brands, but I'm willing to be convinced on select colors. That's excellent because they have some select colors that are completely mind-blowing. I have a few favorites from them that are colors you can find in other brands, but they're never as pretty as the ones from Winsor & Newton. I'm trying to think where I put more of my Winsor & Newton. I know I have one here. This one here. Also, they do this very lovely thing of labeling the pans if you can get them out. Like it says on the pan what it is, which I'm forever thankful for. Oh my gosh. Windsor Blue Green Shade. I think I already swatched it, but I think the other one is Ultramarine. Oh no, Windsor Green Blue. Wait, where's the other blue? Oh, it's up here. Is it? Oh, it's French Ultra. Okay. This was Stellar Green, and this is probably Sap Green. Yep. Because their color lineup is always super boring. Yeah. Just catching up on chat. French onion soup, which is very American. That's hilarious. And it's often made with Emmental cheese, which is Swiss. I think my big art take from this week is go back and visit old supplies because you might have better opinions now. Yeah, hold on. Let me... Oh my god. A plane crash. I think this box must have fell down at some point because it's a freaking mess. I'm always looking for a palette. Like that's gonna be the title of my biography at some point. Where's that darn palette? A book about having too much paint and not enough space to organize them. Ow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm here. I agree that the small Windsor and Newton palettes are great for plein air. They're a really convenient format. Okay, I haven't found what I was looking for, but you know what the worst out of all this mess is that I went through this not long ago and I had found all of the palettes and now I've put them in places that my brain promptly forgot. One here, but it's not the one I'm looking for because it never is. This annoys me so much. Oh. Well, too bad. I'll find it later on, I guess. It's a very relatable situation. What is Marmite? I'll let the UK folks answer that one. Oops, sorry. I feel like you guys are in a better position to talk about Marmite. I'm really annoyed that I can't find my palette, but I gotta just get over it. You go there. I also have this freaking mess though. I should at least try to reorganize a bit. Sap green. What is this one? Where was I? It's yeast extract. It's yeast extract made from beer leftovers. I love the saltiness of it, but a tiny bit goes a really long way. It's bitter, salty, and anti-allergic. That's not good. There's also an Australian version called Vegemite, except that Vegemite is less delicious. It's usually a really thick spread. Yeah, similar texture to molasses, exactly. Alright. Okay, let's continue this. Ah, of course. Fingers in the paint. Right. So I know I'm gonna need this one. Because that's Perylene Maroon, one of my favorites. Permanent Lizard Crimson, I don't think is on this sheet, but it's not. But then some of the browns might be Van Dyke Brown, light red. That's the super granulating magnesium brown, and brown ochre. What is this one? Raw sienna? Raw umber. Quin gold hue. And yellow ochre. There we go. When people at work eat Marmite toast, you can tell because they look like hardcore smokers for a bit. Their fingers and teeth are all orangey brown. That's hilarious. Fingers in the paint, colors in your soul. Marmite is also fun to have as a, not exactly a snack, but you can mix a bit of it in hot water and make kind of like a cup of broth. Okay, so actual yellow ochre. Not the light version. I don't know why you would need both, but they have a really pretty yellow ochre, I think. I really like this hue of the color. And I should pre-wet these too. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Oh, been brushing my coffee. I'm forgetting I have a hot drink. Ah, sorry for the noise. I'm so sorry, this is not pleasant, but I ran out of plastic. Like, I have two big plastic spoons that I use for all my tea and coffee because I don't like the sound of metal on metal, but they're in the wash. I didn't really like their sap green. I didn't really realize how light their sap green is. I actually like it. Hard to find a springy green right out of the tube. Sorry. I don't know if my swatch is a bit too light though. I know I have a sap green in one of my palettes. It's the other one. But I think it's a fairly light color anyway. Yeah, it's a light color. It's not very intense. Lifts really easily too. Well, at least on this cheap ass paper. Alright, what else? What else? I don't think you guys can see the bottom. Maybe if I do this. At least Winsor Newton is very available, right? And like I'm going, oh, absolutely. And I mean, fine. Their sap green is not like my favorite, but it's still, they still have other colors. Like their Perylene Maroon, like I was saying, is one of my favorites. Oh, it is my favorite Perylene Maroon for sure. Like it's the, I'm sorry if this is a bit too much for some people, but it's kind of like the perfect blood red color. Not that I'm fond of painting blood in any way, but it's just such a beautiful, rich, deep red color. And I don't think any other brand has it quite like that. Sorry. Raw umber. Is raw umber on this one? Nope. Van Dyke brown? I don't think so. These are going to be on the next sheet. I know that light red is on there. This one is super opaque. Oh, is it? I don't remember if there's a super opaque. No, it's actually not that opaque. It's like a bright light red. I'm used to light red being similar to Venetian red in color, but this one is quite different. Quin Gold Hue. I'm sorry. Oh yes, very rich, great for mixing. I think you mentioned that before. Yeah, I probably mentioned it because I'm always rambling about these colors. Like one of the two professional half pans I was able to buy here in Quebec, and that's many years ago, but were Pearly Maroon and Green Gold, and I really like these colors, so I lucked out. This is Brown Ochre. If I remember correctly, it's Winsor & Newton's only, or one of the very few PBR7s that they have, because their Burnt Sienna is not PBR7, Burnt Umber is a mix too, if I remember correctly. Wait, hold on, I have the pigment info. They really have some things against PBR7, and that's a shame. I like Winsor & Newton. I love their Burnt Sienna, my favorite. Well, it's not even Burnt Sienna. It's a PR 101 or 102 colors. It's a red pigment. I mean, the color works, but it's just not Burnt Sienna. I will die on this hill. Magnesium brown is one of those colors that they have that is kind of not like, I haven't heard many people talk about it, but it's super nice and it's really, really like strong granulation. Kind of a bit like Lunar Earth, if you have seen Lunar Earth from Daniel Smith. Daniel Smith. Both the Winsor & Newton Gouache, Burnt Umber, and Sienna are mixes, and I'm pretty sure it's the same in watercolor. PY42 and PR101. I know, that's why I like it. Not a fan of PBR7. Blasphemy. And Burnt Umber is PBR7 and PY42. I love having a good PBR7. It's quite a convenient color to have on the hand. I did Brown Ochre, I did Magnesium Brown, Burnt Sienna, Venetian Red, Butters Pink, Light Red, Naples Yellow Deep, and Maroon. Not found a good one yet. Blasphemy of the highest order. Oh, butter's pink. Why? Their quinacridone gold is really pretty. I don't know. I think that might be the old formula though. I haven't tried out the new one. That's why I didn't write it. Oh yeah, that's when I have to write down what I have. Yeah, no. Yep. Alright. Sorry. I had a Sharpie. Alright, so this one is PR206. I think that's the one that's being discontinued, right? The PR206. PV19 and PY150. I have to check what my brown matter is. Where is it? Oh. In my face. Oh, that's PR206. Yeah, that's another one that has changed. I have 5 PR7 pigments in my cupboard, and a couple are really bleh as paints, but a couple have good tinting and granulation. I get PR264 and PR206 mixed up. Well, they might be in the formula. Like they might use the first one in formulas where the second one used to be. I do like a PBR7 for my trees and mix my own raw umbers. Oh, fine, fine. I'll be the single person who's a fan of PBR7. I'll take it. Cruel world to take our real Queen Gold away. Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a great snack, Mikey. Enjoy. Alright, I was fighting with Potter's Pink, right? Oh, it didn't put up too much of a fight. Oh, honeydew melon is so good. Kind of tricky to find a tasty one, but if you can get your hands on a tasty honeydew melon, Potter's Pink is such a pretty, delicate color. Tea break soon, I think. Pearline Violet here. Oh, that's a lot of it, actually. Oops. Ev, your swatch has convinced me to get their yellow ochre. Oh, I'm glad. Isn't it pretty? Like it's not as muted or as dull as other variants of this pigment, which is really neat. I looked at the swatches on yellow ochre versus yellow ochre light, and they are the same pigments and don't look all that different. I think the light, my expectations would be that the light one is a bit weaker and more transparent. I think it resembles others' Naples yellow. Yeah, maybe, but less opaque. It's not super opaque for a yellow ochre. The ones I've tried, I don't know how to explain. They often feel lifeless to use. Like, here is paint, like house paint on the wall. What is Potter's Pink good for? Portraits? Staring at it is a good use for it. Any place where you would use a strongly granulating paint. So maybe not portraits, because granulation in faces it's a bit hit or miss, but you could have it like in the backdrop. You could have it whenever you paint something that's a bit more rocky or textured, you know. I love a good yellow ochre. It's interesting how the same pigment can have so many. I know, right? I don't believe it's real Potter's Pink if it doesn't put up a fight and then later mug the other fans behind it. What? Like with the good blue and Turner yellow. Ooh. Paints. Here I have Naples Yellow Deep. Oh my gosh. Most of these are made in France, so most of the ones I have are the like newish generation of Winsor Newton. I think I might have a few tubes that were made in the UK. I did once get a comment saying they love using Potter's Pink in portraits. Adds natural textures of the skin. Huh, okay. You'd have to be really able to control it, I guess, because for some, or to paint portraits relatively large. Because I can't imagine painting a smaller portrait and having this level of texture happening. Personally, I mean, maybe other people have obviously other approaches. This is PBR 24, if I remember right. It's a really nice color, but it's also quite opaque, so if that's not what you're looking for, like a bad case of acne. I prefer yellow ochre to raw sienna. Most raw siennas I've seen were so weak. That's the thing that bums me out. These colors don't have to be weak. But when people try to make them somewhat transparent, they become relatively useless. Potter's Pink seems to be tough to make a cooperative rewetting version. If you want a rewettable Potter's Pink, seek out one that's from an artisan paint maker. Like, handmade Potter's Pink rewets so much better than commercial Potter's Pink. I have one from Holland followed by... Which color, Dan? Brun de Garance. Brown matter. Oh, the ochre. It's a bit weak. I don't think I put just quite enough paints. Nope. Nope. I apologize for all the noises. Both are called Mars Yellow. The old Holbein one is pink. Oh, Holbein also had a Mars Yellow, I think. Oh my gosh, why did you make such a mess? Totally uncalled for. Brown Madder Lake. I picked up some Old Holland Mars Yellow in a discount bin once. I do like it a lot. The Old Holland one is super punchy. Ooh. Oh, I hate that they discontinue. Especially, what's the point of discontinuing a color like that? I mean, is that pigment really not available anymore? This is Venetian red. This is probably a PR 101 or 102, 101, and it's probably gonna dry much darker and duller than it looks wet. Oh, I kept my least favorite one for the end. Oh. Burnt sienna! Wait, hold on. I don't need to open the tube. I'm pretty sure I have it in here. Ugh. Come on. Oh, raw sienna, really? What's this one? Oh, come on. Burnt sienna. Raw sienna. Do I need raw sienna on there? Yeah, I do. Okay. Jeez. Nobody wants that pigment on a car, so nobody cares what artists want to grumble. Cranky. I have no idea whatsoever who thought that quinacridone gold on cars was not a good idea. It makes for such a pretty car color. Rough, you know. I'm sighing because I'm having to swatch burnt sienna. it's so orange. It's a beautiful color. It's just not what I expect when I need a burnt sienna. I've seen some really crappy car colors, many much worse than Pure 49. I saw a pretty golden car the other day. It was very nice. Yeah, whenever I see a car that, you know, that beautiful golden color that's quite like Queen Gold, that I'm sure is Queen Gold, I look at them and like, can I reverse engineer the process of coating your car in this color? I didn't realize you don't like burnt sienna. Oh, it's just that burnt sienna that I don't like. I love a good PBR7 burnt sienna. This one is not it. But yeah, I yellow ochre, burnt sienna, burnt umber, raw umber, I really love these colors. Except I'm really picky about the hue of them. And more often than not, the hue is not there. I think, hold on. It's a good thing you guys only see a small part of my workspace because, oof. I'm just grabbing my other swatch sheets, including the Holbein one. And the fun thing about the Holbein ones is that it's full. I have all of the Holbein colors. In big part thanks to Otto, but also from collecting them for years. So, their umber is PBR7. That's the color I'm looking for when I'm looking for umber. Their burnt umber is also PBR7. That's also the color I'm looking for when... Not this. This is... No. Just no. No, 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 no. What you get in mixes from this, you don't get from this and vice versa. So, this is what I'm expecting. I used to do it like a bomb site. A paint bomb went off. Holbein also has another PBR7 that is quite nice. And also their yellow ochre is also really nice. Yeah, their burnt... Wait, what was that burnt umber? Yeah, that's burnt umber. I'm a dumbass. This is the burnt sienna. Still not the same. I agree, it's closer. But that's not as, like, saturated. And also you get a better range from mass tone to diluted. What did I do? You allowed me to get more Holbein colors. Which is a good thing. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. The other one was burnt umber. Also really nice, but yeah, not burnt sienna. So that's Holbein. So Holbein has points for that. Also check out these good yellow ochre too. Here I have Roman Schmal. Not a big fan of the Roman Schmal earthy colors. Some are really nice, but some are too weak for my tastes. I don't have many of the... though they do have a lot of PBR7, so... My studio currently looks like a fiber monster partied too hard and through. Oh no, Cleo, I hope it's fine. What is this one? Core. Oh, Core has not a lot of colors, but what they have is really good. Burnt sienna, burnt umber, raw umber, PBR7. And that's back to Holbein. So yeah, I'm just very picky about my burnt sienna. I don't really take much notice of earth colors, to be honest. Hardly use them. Yeah, that's a factor that will definitely play in. Like, I use them a fair amount, and they're really quite handy for mixing neutrals with a blue. Yeah, brain. My work table is currently covered with tiny bits of sliced up pink XPS foam. Okay, are there any other color? That's magnesium brown again. Two. Opera. Queen violet, no. Lemon yellow deep is one of my favorite Winsor Newton colors. It's not on... Oh. It's not on this sheet, so I haven't taken it out yet, but... Burnt umber, did I paint? I don't think it's on there. Rose Doré is one of their worst colors. Don't really take much notice of them. Although it's just some wool slivers waiting to be spun. I lost my entire yarn stash to moths this week. So 0 yarn in the house, which is a strange feeling. Oh. Moth infestations are the freaking worst. We've had horrible runs with moths this year. Ugh. Actual evil. I'm sorry to cut to your stash. Lilith. That's kind of exactly what I said, like... I hate them so much. In my old place, moths ate half the hallway carpet and a dressing gown. Ew. Thankfully, where I currently am doesn't have any trees nearby. Do you need trees to get moths? I've been on a mission for the last 2 weeks because I keep finding the little cocoons everywhere, and we found some laundry that slipped between the washer. And you wouldn't wear it to Nude Beach. The smell of mothball, ugh. I don't think people still use mothball. I've seen them used more, you know for what? For putting on lawns so that dogs don't poop on the lawn. That's where I've seen mothballs a lot. They mentioned using like cedar for moths, but you kind of have to maintain your cedar. You have to like sand it regularly so it releases the oils that the moths are not all that attracted to. But it's not the most efficient way. I think, unfortunately, the most efficient way would probably be mothballs. But those stink. it's not a great smell. I need this one. I bought handspun yarn that stank of mothballs. It's unusable. You're not gonna get moths in it, but you can't use it for anything. Powder and spray usually work. Ugh. Exactly, Bugsapate. I have a strong nostalgia for mothball smell, but it's not something I want my house to smell like. Yeah. Can anyone recommend a good book on the origins of the pigments we use? Like, what is a lake color? I bought handspun yarn. Ugh. And why brown pink? Oh my gosh, seriously, Cleo. Hold on, let me grab my reference books. Oh no. Ah. Alright. Let's check these. Dude. So I have two books that I like to check when I'm curious about colors. Artist's Little Book of Colors and The Secret Lives of Colors. And I don't know if they have anything about lakes or brown pink. Brown pink I think is a green color too. Like it's not even... Color index. I can confirm that lavender bags do not work. All the clusters. I've soaked everything in cedar oil, but I think they've come to like it now. No! That's super interesting, box of paint. Style de grain yellow. So not this one, maybe this one. I don't think this one will have anything super interesting either, because it's lake is a process more than a color. Like a Madder Lake and all that, it was a way to get a pigment out of organic matter, I think. Maybe if I look up matter. Madder. Yeah, I can't find it. Sorry. Useless books. Well, useless for this anyway. One of my weird rabbit holes is how culture developed names for colors and things that no matter where they are from, everyone followed almost the exact same path. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I agree. Please write a book. Oh my gosh. Having the word distinguishing green and blue, yeah. A lake pigment is a pigment made by precipitating a dye with an inert binder or mordant, usually a metallic salt. Ooh. So Winsor & Newton has Terre Verte Yellow Shade, which is their one Terre Verte made from a single pigment, and it's a bit of a goopy, annoying color, but it's all at the same time so pretty. I really like it. Sorry, gross. Unlike vermilion, ultramarine, and other pigments made from ground minerals, lake pigments are organic. So lakes tend to be fugitive, yes. I know that all, is it Old Holland that uses the word a lot still? But I think it's from like tradition rather than actual use of lake in their paints. Hey Steve! Oh my gosh, hi! I've been wondering how you were doing. Oh my god, I remember your crocuses. They're always such a joy in the spring when they bloom out and what, double up every year, so it must just be like a fully colorful ground with no space in between. How pretty. And bees! Oh my gosh, bees! Stay well and remain positive. You too! I'm looking forward to that, but yeah. Hopefully at some point it will be possible to do that. Honey is so good. Did you use the book? I've started, yes! It feels so precious, so I'm a bit scared of using it, but I have started in it. I should absolutely take pictures. I have plans for the leather too. Well, more plans than I did before. I just gotta find a way to hand sew. So I might need one of those punches. No, you're too kind. Are you kidding me? I got given a crocus kit a few years ago and it didn't work out, so I thought I was using the soil from the pot and out came a massive upside upside down. Oh no. All of Sunilia's paints are quite luminous, to be honest. just trying to sort through what I have left in the bin to see if there's any color on there that I haven't put up yet. They were all super pale green, but repotted the correct way up. It's the only thing going in our... Oh, no. Oh, gotta respect their will to grow, though. Oh my gosh. You can do it, little crocuses. I love crocuses so much. I think we have a few in the, in the lawn. In the front lawn, and I'm always so happy when they show up, but they show up late here. They were what color were they, a box of paint? I should have brought my phone closer to me. Let me just finish this. I have many colors in repeat because there's quite a few colors that I bought extras, like this chromium black, which is a special color that they released that I really, really loved. And also at some point they had it like as a freebie on Jackson's, I think. Like if you would put in an order for X amount, you could choose one of these Winsor & Newton limited edition colors. And near the end they only had a few colors left, but they had that chromium black color that I really liked, so I ended up like picking it quite a few times, and it's really lovely. Hold on. All right, so that's the pot. These have been swatched. And now the phone. Gotta check my phone just in case it's auto. Alright. So I'm gonna put this aside to dry. They're a deep blue, almost purple. Oh, that's such a pretty color. My garden is so confused by the weather this spring. Winter? What is it anyway? No one knows. Oh no. Oh, I don't know why, but it makes me so bummed out that I mean, what else is supposed to happen? Like, well, what am I expecting? But the fact that the weird weather is affecting how things grow. And I don't know, I find it so sad, no? Because I'm like, no, the poor plants covered in snow, they're just trying to be like out and about and in the sun and happy, and then it freezes over again and they're like, ugh, I should probably change my water, or I might, because it's almost 4 anyway, so I'll just go through these and locate the colors I need, I guess. Just stay there for a sec. What's on this? Yellow, reds, and purples. Okay. So what? Probably this, and this, and this. Oh no, their permanent alizarin crimson was also the discontinued color. What a bummer. Queen magenta. Permanent rose. Scarlet Lake. I really feel like I'm playing bingo, which is... we should probably... How about setting up a paint bingo? Wouldn't that be fun? I think it could be. Crocuses make saffron if you have the patience. My fingers are getting to be not helpful. I am liking some of the Canadian-made paints. You can make saffron with crocuses, really? I thought it was only the, oh, what's the name of that? Safflower? No, is it? No. Cartham. Cartham in French? Carthamus? Ah, I don't know. My fingers are getting to be not helpful. Oh no. You never bother us, Steve. Come on. But it's fine. It's fine. If you have to go, that's perfectly fine. Thank you for stopping by. But our cherry trees are just putting out their little shoots. Oh, cherries. Do you have plans with the fruits that you know are coming? Turner's yellow. I do think Turner's yellow is... Oh no, it's over here. I thought it could be with the... Oh no, we did the earthy colors. Windsor lemon. Any bingo? No? That would be so funny. Or maybe just me, but yeah. Yeah, safflower. The pigment is rose cartham. Yes, that... Wow. Did I got all of it. I have rose cartham gouache and I love it so much. It's like peachy neon color. It's beautiful. It smells so good too. Last year I just ate them as fast as they were. Oh my gosh, I hope there aren't too many because wouldn't eating a lot of cherries mean a lot of visits to the bathroom too? I hope not. The petals were originally used to make rouge. Yeah, I saw that in only yesterday, the Ghibli movie. I'm hoping this year we get enough for a cherry cobbler. Oh, that would be great. Just getting back to the task at hand. Painting card fronts. I hope you'll have fun painting those. Have the gouache and watercolor. Ooh, lovely. Yeah, you're fortunate. It's gotta be easier in the UK to find vintage Winsor & Newton paints. Crocus, diamonds, or saffron. Ooh. Where are my paints? My paints. Nope. Windsor red. Windsor red. Am I not gonna crack myself up with this? I don't think so. When I used to plant fruits, oh, something would take one tiny bout. Oh my gosh. Was it a tiny bite or was it like a... Could it be birds or like bugs? We have had zero luck with strawberries. I think it's 5 years running and only ever had one or two from a plant. Oh, really? Not the rose cartham. It was in production for a very short time in the 60s. Me. Sanguine red is not a permanent color. Yellow titanite. I don't think so. I think that was a special one. Just... Either one a hungry bird or many little bugs. Raccoons, maybe squirrels. Buxapane says my grandmother could grow anything unless it was a strawberry, and I think I inherited it. A raccoon family strolled into the house last summer, just trotted on. Just found a half pan of Rose Cartham watercolor on eBay. It's going to £20. That's a lot, isn't it? I feel like if the raccoons were responsible for the strawberry issues, they would eat all of them. There's one thing that I think I might be happy if Winsor Yellow, if Winsor Newton were to rework, would be their naming convention, because all of the Winsor Yellow and Winsor Blue and Winsor this and Winsor that is just a bit hard to follow sometimes. Alizarin Crimson. I'm sure I have pens of that. I used to look for it regularly. This is the first time in years I've seen it for sale. I have a couple of half pan and a full pan, but it's really rare. You lucked out. You really did. What is this one? Oh yeah. Where's this one? Winsor Yellow. Ding ding ding. It's kind of easier to paint them from pans, which is why I'm happy when I find a pan. Winsor Red. Which one? There's only one. Okay. Oh wait, I shouldn't put it back there. Alizarin Crimson. What are you? Alizarin Crimson. Ding ding ding. I'm just gutting this pan. When I was a newbie, I totally got suckered into all the almost identical blues from Winsor Newton. My giant mystery palette has an extra rows of basically phthalo blue. Mine was phthalo green blue shade. Oh my gosh, I got it from so many... I ended up with so many variants of that color unknowingly, you know. I would be like, oh, what is this beautiful color? Oh, it's like helio green. Nice, I'm gonna get that. And then it's exactly the same color as something else. You're like, yeah, thanks. I think that's Opera. Come on, come on, get out of there. Oh, much easier this way. Yeah, I do believe that's Opera. Or whatever they call it, Opera Rose. I'm really fighting with it to try and get it up. There you go. Winsor Yellow. What is this one? Oh, bugger. It's easier with blue tack. You just blue tack the pan and pull it out. Isn't there Winsor Yellow just... They have an actual Aurelian that's Aurelian. But yeah, Winsor Blue is just phthalo blue, Winsor Green is phthalo green, Winsor Yellow is whatever this one is, Winsor Red is whatever this one is. The pigments are under the... Windsor Yellow. Windsor Lemon. Lemon Yellow Deep. Like, how am I supposed to not be confused? Transparent Yellow, that's a new one. Windsor Lemon. Bismuth Yellow. Big tube. Transparent Orange. There you go. Oh, I have that one in the black. Permanent Alizarin Crimson, which is the discontinued color. Oh, it's there. Okay. Windsor Purple is dioxazine violet. That's true. I mostly landscape, so I rarely use straight reds. Still learning how to mix for shadows, especially using violets or purples. Oh, they make such beautiful shadow colors. Vintage Indian Yellow and Aurora Yellow. I don't even own a remember that's. I think Otto and I are quite fond of opera in general. I love it. I love a good opera, though the best one is hold on, my brain is trying to do two things at once. The best one is from Magello, then Holbein. But the Magello one, oh, Windsor Orange here. The Magello one is so like neon. It's the most neon one I've ever seen. Opera is amazing in mixes. Like if you mix it with a yellow, it gives you this really glowy orange peachy color. And if you mix it with a kind of a cyan color, you get a really nice bright kind of purple color. Haven't bought any Turner Yellow yet. Looks like an ochre. Yeah, it's a very opaque, kind of slightly orangey yellow. Though if you, do you like granulation? If you like granulation, I would suggest trying out Lemon Yellow Deep because it's a granulating yellow, and it's a bit subtle. Like if you just paint yellow, you're not gonna notice it as much. But if you mix it with other colors, the way it's going to settle on the paper, you will get areas that will be a bit more yellow and a bit more your other color, and it makes for a really nice effect overall. Needs the D? Unpopular opinion, I prefer the Windsor Newton Opera. You're full of unpopular opinions. That's going to be your middle name. I'm going to call you Dan, Unpopular Opinions. I'm kidding. You know I'm kidding. I mean, I think the Winsor Newton Opera Rose is more usable. But if you want some outrageously bright neon pink color, it's the Magello, the most like obnoxious one. I have so many Turner Yellows and like bismuth and whatnot because I think I got it on sale at some point. I think there was a sale for like super duper cheap when I visited my folks one time ages ago, and they had like tubes like this one for just a couple of dollars. So I picked up all they had. It was a bit like lackluster in terms of selection, but it was, you know, I'm not gonna spit on inexpensive Winsor & Newton paints. I know it's good forever, so. If I'm stuck and just want to paint splotches of opera pink and cobalt, yes, that's a a beautiful mix. It's one of my favorites too, because you get that granulation. Box of paint, if you have lemon yellow deep from Winsor & Newton, just in case, try that with opera. It's a bit of the similar effect. So, but instead of having the separation of the teal and the bright pink, you get like some yellow and bright pink. Queen Madge. Sorry. I crack myself up saying stupid names for the colors, even if it's not actually funny. Lemon yellow. Oops. You go here. Alright, I only have these left that are not swatched yet, and there's quite a few dupes in there, like duplicates. I will check my stash. That sounds lovely. Yes, please try it if you can. If you have it, I recommend trying it out, because that was the surprise. You remember when Schmincke released their Volcano color set? And they had Volcano Yellow, which is a single pigment. It's the same as this one. So it's PY159. And everyone went like, what? Granulating yellow? What? And then, I don't know how, but figured out that Winsor & Newton has that pigment too, but their version is nicer to use. Because the Schmincke one, like the way it granulates, like the main parts that granulate will be this relatively intense yellow, but everything that is not the mass tone is kind of dull and a bit gray, which is not as interesting. This one is lighter in general, but it's much more even. Like it doesn't feel dirty when it's diluted, if that makes sense. And yes, it makes for beautiful sunsets. There was a color that, oh yeah, it's the other one. So actually, I don't care for granulation. Granulation is an odd element. I love it a lot, but I find it really hard to use, so I don't paint with it often. But I wish I would paint more with it, but I don't know how. And so what I do is mostly swatches and tests. And I post these on Patreon. I've been trying to reproduce some of the Daniel Smith signature mixes with Holbein colors and posted that on Patreon. And I've made more today that I will post as soon as I can. And yeah, Holbein surprisingly kicks ass at those mixes. They kind of look better than the OG versions. Alright, so this is laid out. I know that this one and this one I have in a palette somewhere. Well, not somewhere, just here. I still need to locate my other palette. I have two palettes like this. And inevitably there's always one missing. When I find the two of them, I use one for whatever I wanted to use it for, and then I misplace it again. Oh, wait, I found it! Oh, buggeroo! There you are. Prick. I have transparent yellow here. That's the one I wanted to find. This one came from a vintage set, so it's made in England. Mine's a red. I include a lot of water in most of my pictures and granulation just feels wrong. Same for clear skies. It's great for stormy skies though. I was making coffee and my brain skipped before I could type in the color. Which was the yellow again? It's lemon yellow deep. So you want the PY 159 pigment. You're getting so English? Why am I getting so English? My superpower is I can drink highly caffeinated drinks up until bedtime. Oh my gosh. But does it still work for you? Like, if you drink it in the morning, does it help wake you up or not? Because that's a heavy trade-off. My brain was like yellow deep. I would make that color, absolutely. What was the one? Yellow snow. That was the special one, right? Oh my gosh. You're using a lot of English swear words and phrases. I'm a weird hodgepodge of everything, I guess, because it's not my native language, so I can't really parse what comes from a specific part of the world or a specific dialect or whatever. Like, I could identify it in French, but in English it's just like one big pile of stuff. And when I'm looking for words, it just goes like in the pile, grabs the first one, and is like, yeah, that's the word you wanted to say. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. It doesn't wake me up either. The more coffee tea I have, the more sleepy. What? I used to have that superpower too, but now they took coffee from me because of my congestive heart failure. Well, I mean, I don't think coffee is worth risking health issues. Like everything, like any kind of food item, it's good as long as it doesn't cause you issues, right? Yeah, I would say your English accent is French sounding. Yeah, I mean, obviously. This is like absolutely not an immersive environment over here. Everyone I know speaks French. Everything is in French. So perhaps if I was to live someplace where I would have to speak English all the time and everything was in English, I would possibly lose some of my accent. But then again, you know, sometimes accents are really, really there to stay. As long as you guys can understand what I'm saying somewhat. Made in England. This is the good old stuff. Made in England. Then you get to the shiny tubes, and those are made in France. Like some non-native speakers sometimes picks up a British dialect. It's gotta depend on what you listen to or where you live, right? If we go home to the States, hubby's accent gets super weak after a few days. Oh wow! Oh, that's pretty cool. He would be easy to convert. Pretend American. Somewhat. Alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream. But I still see British words in a southern accent, so it's... Oh, I love it. you guys have a great weekend and a great week. And there should be a stream next weekend, hopefully. In the meantime, I will see you guys on the Discord server or in the usual hangouts. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Have a great week, everyone. And see y'all next time. Bye bye.